Naomi reacts to major achievement for real-life Bloodline member. Popular WWE star Naomi shared a heartfelt reaction to a real-life Bloodline member's major achievement on social media today. The Glow is currently one half of the women's tag team champions alongside Bianca Belair. Lance Anoa'i is a veteran wrestler who signed with WWE last year. He has been featured on WWE television in the past in a storyline with Shane McMahon and Roman Reigns, and his cousins with the Tribal Chief in real life. Anoa'i took to Instagram today to share a photo with Shawn Michaels and noted that his future was bright, indicating that he might be moving up in the company. Naomi reacted to Anoa'i's update with a heartbreak kid on her Instagram story, and you can check out her message below. The SmackDown star got married to Jimmy Uso in 2014. Jimmy Uso competed in a triple threat match against Knight and Drew McIntyre this past Friday night on SmackDown. McIntyre emerged victorious to qualify for the men's Elimination Chamber match at the PLE on March 1st. Naomi reveals she has no interest in major WWE star. Naomi got into a war of words with former women's world champion Liv Morgan on social media recently, and the veteran took a major shot at Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Dom and Morgan are involved in a storyline relationship on Raw. The former Knockouts champion defeated Morgan on the January 31st episode of SmackDown, and the two stars traded insults on social media. Following the match, Morgan suggested that the former SmackDown Women's Champion was interested in Mysterio, and the 37-year-old responded by noting she was happy with her husband. The Women's Tag Team Champion is scheduled to battle Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green in a Women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match this Friday night on SmackDown. The winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber match will earn a title match at WrestleMania 41 later this year. The popular star challenged Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship on the January 3rd, 2025 episode of SmackDown, but came up short. Tiffany Stratton then cashed in her Money in the Bank contract on Jax to become champion. Jimmy Uso and Naomi are two of WWE's most accomplished veterans, and together, they make one of wrestling's favorite couples. Fans have followed their entire journey with inside access through Total Divas and social media. The scoop on how the happy duo met was revealed by the Bloodline's Big Jim himself. The Usos began wrestling in 2007 and signed WWE developmental contracts to train at FCW in December 2009. Naomi had joined WWE the previous August after a stint with the NBA's Orlando Magic dance team. Jimmy and Jey Uso went to Raw with Tamina in May 2010, and Naomi came up as a Funkadactyl in January 2012 that the Fatus previously discussed their relationship on Hollywood Live. Jimmy recalled how they were at a FCW training session when she walked in, and he was immediately impressed. A good friend informed him that Naomi had mentioned how Rikishi was her favorite wrestler growing up. Jimmy decided to use this to his advantage at the end of practice as talents loosened the ring ropes. So we're sitting there loosening them. All of us had to do it. It's part of the etiquette. So I go by her, she's loosening them, and I go, "So you know Rikishi, right?" She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Shoo, that dude sucks." Facepalm. And then she goes, makes awkward face, and just slowly walks off. Jimmy Uso said Trinity Fatu recalled the moment being very awkward as she was already nervous and shy in a place where she knew no one else. Jimmy also acknowledged how hard he bombed. He continued on about approaching his future wife in the parking lot after practice. "I caught her in the parking lot when we was leaving practice. I catch her about to get in the car. I said, 'Hey, excuse me, my name's John. I asked you. Rikishi's my dad. That's why I told you he sucks. I was just trying to make conversation, but it didn't come out right," Jimmy Uso said. Jimmy said he walked away from Naomi thinking he had no chance. However, she approached him the next day during a training session and asked if he could teach her how to execute a move in the ring. Jimmy obliged and said the rest is history. Naomi set for big WWE match on Valentine's Day. WWE will return to the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. for Friday's SmackDown on Valentine's Day. Below is the updated lineup. The Glow will be entering the Elimination Chamber for the third time if she's able to defeat Chelsea Green on Friday. She previously worked the match in 2019 and 2024. WWE have come under fire in recent weeks over the company's booking of black male talent. with it emerging that a male black wrestler hasn't won a singles match on a main roster WWE pay-per-view since Bobby Lashley at Elimination Chamber 2023. Bad Blood was also the third straight WWE Premium Live event/pay-per-view without a black male talent featured in a match. The criticism. Nia Jax beats Naomi. Notch's third WWE Women's title defense in SmackDown main event. WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax retained her championship on WWE SmackDown, in part thanks to interference on her behalf over Naomi. Naomi pinned Jax last month after interference from Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez before Crown Jewel. Jax started off the match hot, immediately getting her opponent in the corner and overpowering her. Naomi hit a rear view for a near fall on Jax, but the champion followed it up with a pop-up Samoan drop and set Naomi up for the Annihilator, but Naomi knocked her off to the outside, then took her out from the top rope. The broadcast cut to the back, and Morgan and Rodriguez were seen taking out WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Naomi got Jax back in the ring, but Miss Money in the Bank Tiffany Stratton attacked Naomi from behind. Naomi was able to counter a body slam from Jax, but the champion kicked out. Stratton tried to interfere again, but Bayley took her out. Naomi hit a split-legged moonsault, and Jax barely kicked out. Candice LeRae appeared to take out Bayley. Jax hit a Samoan drop from the second rope, dragged Naomi to the corner, and finally hit the Annihilator to retain. For those who missed the first SmackDown of the year, here are the results of all the matches that took place, as well as notes on the other highlights that happened during this episode. The show started with footage of last week's episode, breaking down the situation between SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis ordering Kevin Owens to hand over the Winged Eagle WWE Championship title, as he's not the rightful champion, and the setup of Cody Rhodes challenging Owens to a ladder match for the belt at Royal Rumble after that. Cody Rhodes cut a promo where he said he was technically not cleared to wrestle tonight. Drew McIntyre interrupted. He gave some words of wisdom to the American Nightmare about how he, Cody, is the quarterback of the best roster the company has ever had, and Rhodes needs a friend to watch his back, so he's there as part of the transfer window. He always tells the truth. Rhodes equated his experience of leaving WWE to come back and finish the story to what happened with McIntyre as well, and put over the Scottish Warrior's successes. But he doesn't believe him, and he knows that Drew wants a shot at the title. McIntyre reiterated that he's here to help him, not hurt him, and as he was leaving, told him to watch his back, just as Kevin Owens jumped Rhodes from behind. McIntyre just casually walked away, and officials came out to separate Rhodes and Owens. Mercedes Moné picks upcoming Naomi WWE SmackDown. JR current AWTBS champion Mercedes Moné has commented ahead of Naomi and Bayley's upcoming WWE SmackDown match. WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax is set to defend her championship at WWE Bad Blood next weekend, but her opponent is not yet known. On last week's episode of SmackDown, Bayley and Naomi both pinned Nia during a tornado tag team match, with them set to face off against each other on this week's episode of the show. Taking to Twitter today, Naomi asked her followers for help in choosing which of two ring gear she should wear for the match, showcasing a new wig and other Uno-themed gear. Responding to the question, AWTBS champion Mercedes Moné responded, picking the Uno-themed gear for Naomi, saying, "Is there a heel turn in Naomi's future in the WWE? There's been no shortage of talk, including from